What's going on, guys? JFC here. It's road to the final day, and thank God for one, because the content has been just dry as hell for the last few days. We got this Hamed Traore SBC, and he's just terrible. I don't know what else to say about him. I mean, he's just not good. 83 shooting, 3-star weak foot, 4-star skills. I mean, he's not the worst card you've ever seen in your life, but even starter teams, like, this isn't probably gonna make it in because he's an 82 and an 84 rated squad as requirements. It's just bad. I don't know what else to say. It's just bad in my opinion. Julian Brandt SBC, the card's not very good. If it had a higher pace, it actually would be all right. Like the stats, other than pace, look pretty good, but he's not really usable because of 77 pace. I think he's the cheapest 88, or he's right around the cheapest 88. Team of the week, 83 rated squad. I think he's close to it, so fodder SBC. Other than that, not much. Marquee matchups came out, normal stuff there. We'll look at leaks and that kind of stuff, look at the market as well here in a sec. If you guys don't want to deal with trading at all, you guys can go to the link in my description, go to u7buy.com. They're a fast and very, very reliable coin service. The 5% tax is also covered. You can use my code JFC at checkout for a 5% discount. Thank you to U7Buy for sponsoring the video. Now let's get back to it. Let's go to store first, because there's some things we want to talk about, because once again, they refreshed every single store pack, and they've all expired in 24 hours every single time. So for the last like 4 days, they refreshed every day all of these packs. All very good packs. Fodder stays up, which means we are getting coins, and also road to the final leaks right now don't look exceptional. They look decent, but nothing too insane. So let's go look at them right now. We start off with Miranda coming, left back. I mean, that's the Sheriff's tweet here. He's a rare Sheriff W. Fodder and more fodder. We've only really, up to this point, seen like, well, except Martinelli, right? Seen some disappointing cards. So Miranda is coming, and then we've got, these are the road to the final upgrades that will occur at the end of each week given a stage that has concluded. February 24th, March 17th, April 21st, May 19th, June 12th. So it's basically just a little less than a month, or right around a month every single time. So these upgrades are going to take a lot more time than like the Path to Glory cards. So the market will act a little differently with these cards. But the first one, if they qualify and win their first game, they'll get a +2 inform upgrade. That's not a +2 upgrade on all stats. That literally means a +2 inform upgrade, which is going to mean like a +4 on a lot of stats, even +5s, that kind of thing. It's not just going up +1 if they were to advance, or +2 if they win in advance. It's an inform upgrade. I saw some comments saying like, oh, +1s, like who cares? But it's like, it's not like a showdown card. It's like an inform upgrade that you would see as a team of the week card. Finally, we get one that could be pretty good, honestly. Anthony Martial. Man United and Barcelona obviously were 2-2 in the first leg yesterday. But Martial were to win, I think he just gets a +1 inform upgrade, because I think the Europa League is a different upgrade style. It's not like the Champions League ones. But still, Martial, I think he's got good traits, got a good body typing game. He's 4-4 or something like that. Could be a very good card. Gives me some hope there. Eric Lamela, Sevilla card, Europa League, team of the tournament. Sorry, not team of the tournament, road to the final. We're seeing a lot of Europa League cards, so maybe we're gonna get a lot of different cards. Like, maybe are we gonna get like 11 from each, like Conference League, Europa League, and Champions League? That would be cool. You know, we always could see more promo cards. I don't know why EA have limited it to like 14 or 15 promo cards every single time. We really could see more than that. Here's a big one. Road to the final rewind are coming. It will be to celebrate knockout shocks and comebacks from those competitions. Players are only a concept. So my guess is like it's gonna be, yeah, teams that surprisingly knocked out a favorite to like win the competition, and then a player who like scored the winning goal to do that, something like that, like a Kostas Manolas against Barcelona. I don't even know if Manolas is in the game anymore, honestly, but you get what I mean, like that kind of player. So his are Hamsik, Sanchez, and Verissimo, and there's potential there. Could be some really good players in there. We kind of just have to wait and see. So that's kind of the flashback thing that we saw on the loading screen yesterday. I was wondering if they'd be in packs, and they still could be in packs. He doesn't say here they're coming as SBCs or anything, so they could be, but I'm assuming they'll be SBCs. And that was more of a graphic design thing that we saw yesterday with the packs next to them. But who knows? We'll have to wait for more information on that. Finally, some Champions League ones. We got Nuno Mendes, and he had an amazing game in the first leg, even though PSG did not win. Yeah, PSG goes through. Nuno Mendes is going to be a very good card. Another Europa League card, Ferran Torres. He's a Barcelona player. Could have, I mean, I don't know. The player choice is like okay, but it probably could have been a little better. But we might have to wait and see. You know, Ferran Torres could have 5-star skills or something like that, or 5-star weak foot, right? Kind of just have to wait and see what the card will look like. This is just a concept, so we don't really have any idea. Here's a good one, though. Bobby Firmino coming for the Liverpool road to the final. And I think Firmino's actually pretty good in FIFA, honestly. So if Liverpool go any kind of, you know, if they win their second leg game and then get through also, this card will be sick right away. Like, it'll be really good. I like the Bobby Firmino choice, definitely. Lucas Moura for Tottenham. Could be a pretty solid card, you know. That's kind of the theme with a lot of these Road to the Finals. They look like maybe solid cards. Nothing too insane, though, which is kind of affecting the market, I think, right now as we speak. David Alaba, this is a very good one. Great passing and dribbling on a center back. Alaba will be great with some upgrades. And then there's a Traore SBC that was horrible. Here we go. Atal. The Rat Atal is coming from the Conference League. This card would be, with a few upgrades, he's going to be back to his old self. You know, when was the last, did we have like a Rat Atal card last year? I don't remember if we did. For a couple years there, Atal was like somehow getting crazy special cards all the time. And here's a funny thing. So when the Nep tweeted this out, he was like, EA, how can we combat Fut Sheriff leaking everything? And they actually, for the first time ever, had an early reveal of cards. So this is before Sheriff even leaked this Mullen card. We had this card out, and EA leaked it themselves on the Champions League Twitter account, I think it was. And it says early reveal there, so it wasn't like it was an accident. Like, they planned this out. And Mullen card, you know, he looks okay there. Those are the official stats. Look at Roberto Firmino. Like, if they make it through +2 inform upgrade on this Firmino card, that is an insane card. That card's gonna be so expensive. Already got 5-star skills too. Yeah, that card's insane. With Dortmund winning the first leg 1-0 is already up a little bit as an advantage. And, you know, could be a decent card there for sure. Good Bundesliga striker. But yeah, it's funny that EA are trying to, I think, like, there's going to be a time soon where Fut Sheriff is going to be in the mud. I'm going to tell you right now. Guy's got 1 million followers off doing leaks. And I don't think EA liked the whole leak thing. But I know that there's almost nothing that they can do about it other than, like, leak things first themselves. So they might start to do that. And that's what we saw with the early reveal there for the Champions League Road to the Final cards. Leon Goretzka coming as a Bayern Munich card. Once again, like, they look like good cards, you know? Goretzka especially, like, you know, if they get a couple upgrades, very good card, but like nothing too insane at the moment. Sheriff also says every promo is the same thing. Same players. Tired of this game. It's like, I understand that a little bit. I actually think EA did a fairly good job of making more special cards than usual in terms of like uniqueness. We've had a lot more, I feel like we've had a lot more players this year in terms of like description here. But I do agree in the sense that like we don't have much innovation right now in Ultimate Team, which I don't think Sheriff's the point he's making there, but I think there is something to be said for, yeah, every promo comes out and it's, you know, all the promos are relatively the same. Not in terms of player selection, but in terms of just like the promos themselves. It's just special cards that go into packs that most of people probably will never pack, and there's not a ton of difference between all of the promos, right? The live cards, I guess, are different. Let me know what you guys think. Wesley Fofana is the Chelsea player coming. There can be multiple from each club, by the way. It's not just like guaranteed to be one. So it's not the Chelsea player, it's like as a Chelsea player, because there could be another one, right? You never know. But Wesley Fofana is leaked. Nicola Barella. This could be a very good card. I think Barella's very good in FIFA. Don't know how far Inter will go per se, but Barella, high work rates. Hopefully give a little bit more pace in that. That would be awesome. Yes, I'm a rat, I know. That's it in terms of player leaks right there. Also, the History Makers cards got their upgrade. So their final upgrade, I believe, has been completed here. So Mbappe, if you got this card and you managed to get lucky enough to get him, he's an 88 rated now. I got the Jude Bellingham, so I think he's 86 rated in my club right now. And then new loading screen. The players here are Atal, Firmino, and Chiesa, I think. And, you know, when you think about it, it just sucks that, like, we know everything before it comes out. Like, it really does suck. And I think that next year, I hope EA can end up doing something about the leaks, because it just gets annoying after a while, and it's not as fun when you get all these new cards leaked before they come out. It always used to be so fun back in the day to just wait at 6 p.m. content time to see what promo team comes out. We would know what promo would come out, but we wouldn't know what the players would be, and that was so fun. If you remember, like, that was back, like, you know, only 2-3 years ago, but it feels like so long ago now because every promo's had cards leaked beforehand. So yeah, it all just kind of sucks. But the Road to the Final team doesn't look that insane right now. We could get 2 teams, right? We have no idea what promo is coming after Road to the Final, but we're seeing in the market right now, it's slightly going up, and it went up more today, like a few hours ago. It's back down a little bit now, but still, I would call it relatively high. Zola's 1.5, 349 for Gvardiol. Ended up being a decent investment if you held this long, but I'm sure most of you probably bought him, probably didn't hold on this long. We're just looking all around here. It's slightly higher than it was. I mean, it's still just incredibly high. Like Trent was, he was 360 for the most part. Like yesterday, 383 now. Cards are up about that amount, like 20k or so, just because I think people are starting to think that maybe there won't be very much hype for this Road to the Final promo, which is rare because Road to the Final pretty much every year has crazy cards in it. And the stats could still be like great on these cards. Maybe we just haven't realized that yet because obviously we don't have the official stats yet other than those 3 cards. So stats could be better than what we really realize. But it looks right now like there's a chance that Road to the final maybe isn't as good as we are hoping it's going to be. Which in that case, when the content isn't as hyped as we expect, the market tends to do pretty well. And like we've been talking about for the last couple days here, every move EA makes right now just it makes it seem like they want a high market, and it just stay as high as it possibly can for the rest of the year. It just seems like they want to do that. So with that being said, do you buy right now or do you wait till after the weekend? Obviously, you know, when you're buying right before a promo, it's always has a little bit of risk to it, because say, you know, something comes out and it's way better than we think it's going to be. A flashback player comes out and he's really, really good. It's an SBC, drop some cards. There's always a little bit of an inherent risk to that, but I think if you wanted to buy cards now, sell as soon as you could. That's worked for the past few weeks. If you, let's say you bought on a Thursday night, sold on a Friday night or Saturday morning, US or UK time, really, like, you know, right around that time, it's worked, and you've probably either made a profit or at least got all your money back on all your cards that you just made profit during Weekend League. I wouldn't mind doing that again. You know, as long as this market stays up, what's probably going to be the best thing to do is buying at a time like now, selling as soon as you could, because if we don't get good content on Friday, it's just that promo team. It's not the best promo team ever. Not great content. People are buying Weekend League teams. People are just gonna play a lot of Weekend League and buy teams. That's it. So if you can get all your games done within the first day, basically, or right around that first day, you should be looking good for buying Weekend League teams. Future Stars Team 2, out of packs today. Is there any investment to make here? Let's look at Flip and Popular, because this is a good way to tell which ones are the most used right now. Looks like we have Eddie Nketiah and Fagioli are the two right there. And Enzo is 1.3 mil though, so I don't really love that. And then Kvaratskhelia, Malacia there. Looks like probably Fagioli and Nketiah are going to be two of the most used cards here. And I think that Fagioli is not the worst, probably, as an investment, considering Nicola Barella, remember, is coming also. Also, Chiesa is coming, by the way, too. So I definitely think Fagioli is probably a decent investment. It's probably the best one in the promo now, the more I think about it. Is he up right now? He's actually not really up either, so people aren't really catching on to that. That's probably the best move. He's not quite discard, but he's approaching that, so your risk is obviously a little bit less in that case. I think he's probably the best investment, because, you know, Carvalho's card isn't insane, so I don't love that. Eddie Nketiah's card's pretty good. It's got 3-star weak foot though, so if another striker comes out that's 4/4, it's really good. And Nketiah could get pretty sold off. So I think in terms of Future Stars 2, investing Fagioli is probably the best one. Okay, I did not say this in the beginning of the video. I'm rewarding you for sticking around because I love you. I'm gonna do a 4x5 upgrade just because I feel like it, and I want to pack a Future Stars Enzo Fernandez. That's my dream. All right, here we go. Thank you all for watching. I love you. Let's see what we can get. Just anything would be good. It's a walkout at least. These are pretty bad, by the way. These are just like considerably worse and worse. I feel like every time I open them. 87 De Gea. Okay. And with that being said, I'll see you next video very soon. Peace.